Hello, welcome to another episode of Yeah Boys. What's up, guys?
Woo-hoo. Hey, guys.
Y'all, I've had people in my DMs asking when we're coming back. That's how you know
that.
we're on to something.
Wow.
Who
That's
was
sweet.
it?
I don't know. I mean, just like,
just like a rando fan?
yeah, just people.
Nice.
Thanks
a
for listening.
staying up fan or no?
Probably.
Probably.
Cool.
That's where that's where it's gonna start. But you know, we're
On our YouTube analytics, it shows that 64, the majority of our listeners are
women.
male. Caring.
Let's go.
Caring.
Dude, my back hurts from carrying this podcast.
Dude.
My God.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I love
Actually,
that. Good job, guys. Your
Let
reach.
me just double check that. But I was
Let me just double check
Imagine he's
that it was
wrong.
60-40 the right direction. Dude, that's so funny.
What's
Yeah,
up,
hold
homeboys? Yeah, look it up.
Audience, real
Dude,
quick.
it's actually so sweet to anyone listening. They look at the
Wait, last 28 days?
We're stats boys, dude.
their stats.
Okay, 48% of our viewers on YouTube is 25 to 34.
Okay.
And then the next highest is 25% at 35 to 44. Gender, 84.9 male.
Oh my God. Wait, this is
Whoa.
actually scary. Are we isolating women now?
Yikes.
What have we done?
Uh-oh.
You guys have pissed
It was
off
our
the girls.
it was our pro Elon Musk talking. We're like,
No,
okay, I'm
literally.
out.
It must have been.
Oh, no.
Wait, the content that is most popular.
Wait, I can also see analytics on my end too. Tyler's just sitting here alone.
It's just Tyler's Orange Theory friendship story, and then the Kanye Use app, Google, Apple Vision Pro. So
Okay,
yeah,
audio listeners,
What's
it
oh,
says
on-
female. So people that listen on Spotify, whatever, just not on YouTube, 91% female, 7%
Spotify?
male.
Who's pushing Spotify?
I don't know.
It's
You?
it's Spotify,
Oh, wow.
Apple, all of them.
Oh wow.
So YouTube
Wait, what app
listeners
is
are
that?
men
So we've got Spotify girlies and YouTube
and
boys.
YouTube boys.
Wait, what's funny
Hello.
because Tyler and I are not only care, but like we've been kind of in charge of YouTube and
Yeah.
like posting on YouTube and clipping on
And
YouTube.
that's so true.
Dude,
You're getting
that's
to the
so
boys.
weird.
All right, gentlemen, how are we doing?
Pretty good.
Good?
How are you doing?
Chilling.
Wait, I actually have something to say.
Anthony.
When I
Well,
was
that's good because we're recording a podcast.
Wait,
so I'm
The
glad.
best is I actually have
have
something
something
to
to
say.
say.
I drove up here from Newport and
Yeah.
driving from Newport to LA at 10:30, no traffic. Do
Amazing.
you guys have the consumption little bar when you're driving to see like when you're like eco-friendly saving on
Yes.
gas? Do you play the game of like
Do you
how,
have
how
that?
many miles per gallon can I get up to
I
on the
do.
freeway and
I
like
do.
play with your foot to make sure you're not accelerating?
Yeah.
I
I
got up.
definitely don't play the game, but I do see that it's there.
Oh my! I'll like purposely not brake. I'll just cruise to keep my my miles per gallon.
Yeah,
I
I
almost
totally
got
do
to
that.
32 today. I was at 31.
My record's like 29 something, but I'm in
Oh.
a Jeep. But
No,
I
I'm
love
not
playing
doing that.
game.
What? I
Yeah.
bet.
But I also drive like a grandma naturally, so it's not that different when I'm.
No, but
playing
it's
the
not
game.
even that.
You're
It's
very
just
slow
like,
boy.
but it's just when you like accelerate a lot and then brake a lot, your MPG is not gonna. It's just like a bad way to drive. But if you're just
Right.
smooth on it and you're not braking a lot and you're just slowly cruising, you'll just see your MPG go up. And I'm just like,
Don't
I'm
you have
winning
to be
this
on
game.
eco mode in order for it to matter, or how does that work?
I don't have a hybrid, so it's just like it's just built into the new
Oh.
cars. I think.
Dude, I got something changed in my car. I don't know, whatever.
The sound system for
I did-
$4,000.
10.
Did you really?
I did
No.
something. I did something in my car, whatever. And the guy's like, okay, so he's like reading back my model because I gave him the VIN, and he's like, da da da, and it's a hybrid. Da, da, da. I'm like, no, it's not. And he's like, it's a hybrid. I'm like, oh, I know nothing.
Hybrid just does it automatically though. It like saves you mileage.
Mine has
Yeah.
an eco mode, but that can't mean that I have a hybrid.
I've
They're
never
throwing
had a
around
hybrid.
these terms too easy.
That's true. That's true.
They're
Who
all
knows?
trying to be hybrids now. Tyler and I went and saw the Rivian. We went and toured a Rivian store.
A car?
Yeah.
Not a store.
It's down the street.
Well,
yeah.
The
It was
trucks.
sick. Yeah, the trucks and the SUVs.
Really nice.
But the SUVs are like $100,000.
And the company's kind of going
That's
out of
expensive.
business.
Oh, we should ask Tony how he feels about that. So I was saying, what if Cammy and I got rid of both of our cars and got a Rivian SUV instead, because it's a huge electric SUV. So big car, super durable, good for kids, blah, blah. Tyler and Kevin were like, well, the stock is crashing. Like
It went from like $150 a share or like $100 billion valuation or something to like 8 to 10 billion, $8 a share, something like
Wait,
that.
so what are you worried about? Like that?
I
the
don't
car-
know, like,
the
what if
is
they
it-
company's gonna
stop
go out of business?
maintaining it, or
Yeah.
they go out
Is
of
it
business?
risky to get a car if that's the case?
I've never. Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
I thought
I don't.
so.
I haven't had a car in 10 years.
That's
Is that
so
Lexi's
cool.
car that you have?
Yeah, Lexi's car. But the last car I had was
Mad Mazda.
the Mad Mazda in San Francisco.
The Matty Moss.
That got broken
Me,
into
Tony,
and then
Cole
stolen.
shared
That was a
19.
stinky-
Well, I mean, what?
It was my grandma's Mazda, the Protege.
the protege. That's what I remember it being called.
We had a Walmart like sound system in it that was like
you got it put in.
No,
like
no, no.
$30.
Like you know the little like dashboard.
Yeah.
lights,
Oh.
Like,
This
it's
was like
$40.
yeah.
to
This
get
car was like I don't know in like from the 90s or 80s or
yeah,
something
old
maybe.
Car we shared.
And so we've just put in a little sound system just so we can actually like turn the volume up.
Yeah.
One night, parked outside in San Francisco, cars like windows are broken, and they took the $30 piece of
face cover. Yeah.
of the sound system in our car. We're just like awesome, like great.
You're like, good luck selling that.
Yeah.
Anywho.
But I don't know about the Rivian.
It's
I've
cool.
been seeing Cybertrucks in Newport. They're massive. I've seen
amazing.
2 different
Tyler just saw
Cybertrucks.
your first.
It's like a
Cybertruck.
big moment. I feel like when you see your first one driving, you're like,
Yeah, I'm
whoa,
just like,
the
oh wow,
future's coming.
it actually happened.
Have you seen it in black? I haven't yet.
No, just silver.
Yes,
I've only seen them in silver.
Jay-Z and Beyonce just got one, and I think it's flat black. It looks
I think it's the
so good.
dumbest looking car I've
know.
ever seen.
I don't want one for me, but I want them for other people. I'm like, I can
You just
never
wanna
drive
see
that.
them?
I just see them. I'm like, that's freaking cool.
Is the inside nice? Is it a Tesla?
Yeah, it'll like look.
Yeah.
It'll
Very minimalist.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it inside, but they're just beast. Like, it's crazy to think like when people talk about a school bus. When you're inside a school bus, there's a walkway and then 2 full. It's in the same lane as your car, and you're like, how is a school bus so
Right.
much bigger than your car?
Yeah.
You think about that when you see the Cybertruck because it just looks. It's like a cheat code in a video game. It just looks so much bigger than the other cars. And you're like,
Wow.
how is this in the same lane as me?
Totally.
So I've been reading this book called Magic Words. It's written by, I think his name's Jonah Berger, the same guy that wrote like Contagious. He's written some business psychology books.
Did he write Wanting?
Probably.
Maybe not.
But okay, I'm gonna ask you a question, and then I'm gonna share something that I learned from the book.
Okay.
What do you think you would be more motivated by if someone said, "Who wants to be a helper and do the dishes?" versus, "Would you want to help me do the dishes?"
What's more motivating?
Okay.
What
wait,
would
can
make
you
you
repeat,
want to
can you
do-
repeat that?
Yes. So if we're all cooking dinner
Okay.
in our living room,
Mm-hmm.
and I get up and I'm doing the dishes, and I go, "Does anybody want to be a helper and help me do the dishes?"
Okay.
That's a helper to assist you.
Yes. Anybody want to be a helper with the dishes? Versus, does anybody want to help me do the dishes?
Oh, wait. Okay. I thought I understood that backwards. The first one is just doing it by yourself.
No.
No, like you're
it's just
doing
a
it.
I'm not
language
telling
thing.
you anything.
It's just a language thing.
Just
It's just a
language.
Oh, so it's basically like, can you do this? I'm not going to do it, but can you do it? And then the second one is, can you do it with me?
What I heard was the first one is identity. Like, does anyone want to be a helper? And the second one is, does anyone want to help me? Like verb versus noun kind of thing.
So what would be more motivating to you?
My first reaction was on the first one. It felt very kindergarten-y, like preschool. Like, okay, who wants to be a big kid helper? And,
Okay,
like,
well
clean up
then yes, let me back up then. Imagine you're a kid. That's the best way to say it because this
Okay.
is the way the study is done.
Okay.
Bunch of kids, they say,
Oh.
"Who wants to be a helper with these blocks?"
Then I feel like the first group would get a better reaction because identity, it's like more about themselves and how they see themselves and view themselves versus like help. The verb is just like do work. Like who wants to do work? I don't know. So I'd imagine kids maybe are more 1 and adults maybe more 2.
Anth?
I would think the opposite of Tyler. Not the opposite, but just I think kids are probably more motivated to do it if they're going to do it with you. Like, who wants to help me do the dishes? And they're like, oh, cool, I'll do it with you. Rather than it's just a nicer way of being told what to do.
What did the studies say?
So the study
Who's
specifically
being studied?
the study specifically with the blocks and the kids, the same kids that did the marshmallow test. So very reputable. It's the same school, which is the Silicon Valley school, which is insane. Did
Wait,
you guys
what's
know
the
that?
marshmallow test?
Oh,
Anthony.
the marshmallow test.
I might know
Marshmallow
it.
test is a classic.
Yeah.
How many marshmallows can you put in your mouth?
Dude, that's the Tony
What's the
Marshmallow
what?
test.
Chubby bunny?
This one's about sacrificing for the future and waiting. Like they'll say, "We'll give you 1 marshmallow now.
Oh,
we're
yeah.
gonna leave the
Yeah,
room
yeah, yeah.
or 2
Gotcha,
later."
gotcha.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
what did that prove? That were kids able to do it? I don't even remember the
kids that were able to do it had like a stronger will and were more successful or something later in life.
Got it.
So anyway, in this specific study, they said the same thing to two different groups of kids, or they said different things to two different groups of kids. They said, hey, do you want to be a helper with the blocks? Do you want to help me clean up the blocks? Or do you want to help clean up the blocks? And the more kids helped for helper
for identity.
by far. For
Doing
identity.
it by themselves.
It has nothing to do with doing it by yourselves or not. It's only the
The
question
word?
It's
of
only the
word.
language, how they frame it.
Oh.
Exact same thing. Everyone's doing the same amount of work.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's nice that like kids want to be good.
And the point that he's making is that people are so much more driven by the opportunity to identify with a positive identity, basically.
Yeah.
So when you say, like today in my boxing class, the lady was telling us how to breathe.
Who
And
wants
she's
to be
like,
a boxer?
she's like, I
Who
want
wants
everybody
to, be a
to breathe.
professional boxer.
It needs to be louder. Who's going to be a leader? I need more leaders. And I was like, oh my God, she's doing the fucking thing. Because she didn't say like, who's going to lead us? Or like, I need somebody to lead. She's
Oh,
like,
cool.
who's a
B-
leader? And I was like,
B-A.
I'll be
Yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
fucking leader.
Yeah.
And it was just, that's one of the things that he goes on to say is like a very small subliminal language change you can get to get people to want to do something is to like let them identify with it instead of tell them what to do as like a verb.
Dude, language
Isn't
is
that
so
crazy?
interesting. I had an exec coach a couple years ago that told me two like language tricks that have been studied and work well along these lines. One is, would you be willing? Is a very powerful, like, because a lot of people, their first reaction is like, well, yeah, I'd be willing to do that. So when you want to ask for something, you could ask, would you be willing to, revisit my compensation in 3 months? Or would you be willing to, consider a 10% discount? So would you be willing? I've seen be really powerful, and I try and use that.
I like that.
Another one that she said is people are hesitant to be super direct giving compliments. And if you can use the language you are, it's really powerful, because very rarely will people be like, you are so smart. Like, you are funny, and you are like, and that it's rare for people to use that, but it really stands out.
That's true.
Does that resonate with you?
I just felt very connected to you when you did that. To be fair, I feel really fucking
was it
smart right now.
was it the touch on the knee? Maybe.
I think it was you crossing into my personal body plane that will stick with me forever. Your little finger.
So I feel like you are, and would you be willing? Are
Another one I
Powerful.
read about in the book was talking about the difference between should and could. And I feel like this will resonate with you, where if you're trying to be creative, asking what should we do versus what could we do will get completely different responses.
Yeah.
What could
So
we do
smart.
is exponentially better
100%.
at not only giving like people come up with more answers,
Yeah.
but you end up having more creative answers.
You're less worried about being wrong.
Yes,
on
because
could
should
versus should.
is
It's
like morality is tied into it.
Yeah.
Or like
Yeah.
what? Yeah.
Dude,
Tony, what business idea could we pursue?
Literally.
Forget what we should pursue. Wait, we'll do that later.
I need
right?
to
We have
flop on
go-
that one.
Yeah.
Dude, wait.
No, don't flop on could.
Over
You're
the
such
last,
a could guy.
No. I'm just saying for that specific thing.
Okay, fair.
I think my biggest change in like readings and just what I want to learn more is psychology.
Yeah.
I feel like
Totally.
psychology is such a main driver of people.
Yeah, it's
and
like the
I always
connective
thought like,
tissue of everything.
yeah, I kind of wish I like took a few psychology classes in college, or I watch psychology videos on YouTube and look at books to read.
Same.
And stuff
Yeah.
like
I
that.
think econ is in that
Look
realm
at
too.
books.
No, like I browse. This looks like a good book. Pat.
Most Anthony thing of all time. No, I'm like always looking at books.
Looking for books around psychology.
Econ too, just the study of decision making, like how and why people make decisions. I feel like is so interesting.
Okay, dumb question. When people like you just said econ and you didn't say money. Isn't econ money?
Oh man, I don't know like the perfect and right definition of economics. I think it's more.
We'll be right back. Get out
Guys,
of here.
everyone clap on 3.
You know?
I think about decision making and supply and demand, and like what motivates people to take certain actions, which are often financially associated.
Yeah.
But I don't know, like if you study econ in college, because I didn't. I don't know, is it like strictly financial? I don't think so.
Were you a business student?
I did the hybrid music business.
Yeah.
If you
Oh,
go,
yeah.
if you take an Econ 101 class in college, the first things they teach you is supply and demand, and then elasticity of demand.
Yeah.
What's
And-
elasticity of demand?
And we'll be right back.
Okay, everybody clap on 3.
Wait, speaking of supply and demand, this is the next topic:
Hit me.
fast food surge pricing.
Okay.
You're familiar with Uber, Lyft,
Yes.
surge pricing. Wendy's yesterday said during peak hours, we are going to increase the prices of our food. This is perfect supply and demand.
This is Econ 101 Wendy's burgers.
Yeah. So how do we feel about how do we feel about restaurants, fast food, and potentially grocery stores doing surge pricing? Perfect example, Wendy's. Wendy's is a terrible example. Who's eating at Wendy's? Like, imagine if In-N-Out did this.
Yeah.
If In-N-Out,
Tony, you have to go.
I have a call. No, if In-N-Out,
No, it's literally
Okay.
like surge pricing.
Wait, if you go to In-N-Out at like any time between 12 and 1, you're like, the line is in the street.
Yeah.
You're like waiting to get it. If they, and you know the price is like $5 for a double. If you were going there next week and now it's $10, would you still go? Okay, now for the grocery stores, imagine you want to go get milk and there's 1 carton of milk left. Milk is typically $3.
Yeah,
Now it's $20.
$27.
Not saying that's happening, but Wendy's is experimenting with surge pricing. How do we feel about that?
I feel like wouldn't it disproportionately impact
Yeah.
certain people groups that don't have as flexible schedules?
I think that's the right. That's kind of where I was. That's what I was thinking. Is like, okay, so anyone who works from home or whatever and can go to In-N-Out at 3 p.m.
Right. Yeah.
Like it benefits them, and the rich get richer, and late stage capitalism. No, I'm kidding.
I just learned about capitalism. That
We
was a
did-
fun
we
day.
did have
You
a-
taught me all about capitalism.
We had a
Like
capitalism
recently?
versus communism conversation the other night.
Are you moving over? Are you coming over?
Come on in. Water's
There's
fine.
room.
Hey,
I don't think I understand it enough
I've
to
got some
make
books
a.
on Elon Musk here. Hold on. Dude, surge pricing.
What would be the good side of it? What's the positive? Like,
if
what,
you're
what
more
do you feel?
if you were more price sensitive, then you could wake up at 7 a.m.
and go get a
grocery
double-double?
go get groceries or a double.
Why are you eating a
Frosty.
double at 11 a.m.? Surge pricing's in an hour.
That would honestly, over time, change how people and when people eat,
Yeah,
which
it
is
would
so
change
for
behavior.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
but I think that's what happens. I'm trying to think what happens when you take this to the limit. Like everything becomes surge pricing. Every Uber, every grocery, every meal. Then what happens? Does it eventually blend to becoming more similar prices because people go chase the small prices? That increases the prices. So then it's actually going to be like a not as extreme as a curve.
Do you know the price difference, like on
No.
a burger?
No, Wendy's came out with this news yesterday. It broke. Like, I'm
Wow.
surprised you didn't see this.
Dude, I
No,
went
it
to
was all-
In-N-Out 2 nights ago in Pasadena.
I thought you were gonna
And
say I was
the-
gonna fucking knock your teeth out.
There was such a long line down the street. This was at 9 p.m. at night that I drove to another In-N-Out to check.
Did
and
you
see if
drive
the-
to
and I
mine?
did.
Wow.
Yeah.
You fucking
It went
loser! You didn't
faster.
text me. What if I would have seen you on Find My
It was like
Friends?
9 p.m. You'd see me and you'd be
I would
like,
have been
"He's
asleep. Honest.
Dude, surge pricing. That is crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, I wonder if it does benefit. I don't know. On one hand, it feels like it benefits the people with money and time and flexibility. On the other hand, it feels like people can customize their schedule and do stuff if they're like really looking to save money.
I think groceries that would feel bad.
That would feel terrible.
Groceries
Yeah.
would really impact people. I guess you could then decide where to shop based on that, but that even more feels like it would like segregate people. But I don't know. Whoa.
That sucks.
What a fun world to live in that we are watching, not that, but that we're like watching all this new shit happen.
Dude, should gyms do surge pricing? Like, hey, if you work out
Yeah.
but at 3 p.m. or 11 a.m.
Those are all membership based, though. I don't think
Yeah.
that works.
Oh.
No, but you could buy a membership for only those hours.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's
Anthony's
actually-
like, write it
Hold
down.
on, let me put that in my notes.
Dude, Tony, whip out the list, man.
That's
Okay.
All right.
yeah.
okay.
Now
Context.
Yes.
Taryn, you give
Nope,
context
you.
for.
I keep a
Tony?
list of stupid ideas.
They're
That's the
not. They're
context.
not stupid.
they're not stupid. They're really good.
Tony has so many good business ideas.
Tony's a
That we
could
can-
boy,
Like one
not
or,
a should
one
boy.
or
He's
two
a
a
could
week
boy.
that are very good.
Okay.
And there's two I want to talk about today.
Which ones?
Madden.
Oh,
And-
okay. Yeah, I'll talk about this one.
But first,
Manja.
I just want Anthony to quickly
With context or without context? Just
No,
name?
just
No.
just 2 seconds on each.
Okay.
Like no, 5 seconds on each idea.
Okay. Well, the first one, this is from a while ago, the Paranoid game.
Yeah.
Okay, if we know the Paranoid game, we do. MLS app for commercial properties. Was talking to my buddy Dave about that.
What is that?
Basically,
listing service.
yeah, listing service for real estate, like the Zillow, but for commercial properties.
There's not that.
Apparently, I guess it's just archaic software and just sucks. So
I
anyway,
feel like we should. be
gift
doing that.
card app. So
Yeah.
so the little
Store your gift
I
cards.
have two columns. I have the title and then like a little problem trying to solve. So the gift card app, so many gift cards, hard to manage, don't know balance on physical cards. If you just had an app that just kinda
digital
like,
wallet
yeah,
where you
does
store
it
them
all.
all.
This wasn't Anthony's idea for what it's worth. This was my idea that he wrote down.
Survey the internet extension. Like I like this one because if people just downloaded this extension, if you were on
Any
Amazon
website.
or United Airlines and somebody wanted to survey people who have thought about taking a survey or thought about flying United, you go on United, you get an opportunity to take a 5-minute survey and make $2. Just as you browse the internet, you can get surveyed and people can target you. I still like that idea.
Great
because
idea.
surveys aren't going away.
Great idea. Think any competitor like Rivian could buy these surveys on Tesla.com
Yeah.
and Tesla could buy on Rivian like, oh, why are you here? What are you looking for? Boom, boom,
Exactly.
boom.
And all these companies are so competitive that they want research.
Yep.
Dude,
Okay.
getting paid to browse the internet.
Yeah.
Tony, remember the idea I pitched you the other day? The TikTok
Wait, that's
ad
your
idea?
tagline. Get paid to browse the internet.
It's a good tagline.
Get paid to browse.
Okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
Write that shit down.
The point I'm trying to make is some of these
What's the next
ideas
one?
are ours that Taryn and I have contributed to.
Oh, this was
I'm like, that sounds a lot like what I told you.
This was something that Tara and I came up with. I put it in my notes.
What?
Okay, so instead of the App Store, like an app for the App Store, it's an app for iMessage. So if you ever go to your iMessage, and I'm just going to it, you click the little plus, and then the little what is it called? The menu comes up. If you hit more, then there's a store, and it's specifically for iMessage apps. These are like little mini games and stuff.
Yeah.
The idea was a convo starter, stay in touch with friends, convo starters for new relationships. It's just like a helper to,
Yeah.
stay
or like
in touch.
dating or long distance relationships. It
I
could be like
still
a
think
love
we should
question
do
of the
that.
day.
And then if it could prompt within
Dude,
the
all
text
these
message.
Oh,
ideas
here-
are so
this was a good one.
good.
Group chat GPT. How many group chats are you in where you just have like 50 unread messages like, dude, I'm like declaring group chat bankruptcy, and I'm just going to scroll through and I have no idea what's going
and
on.
it gives you a summary of
yeah,
like
of group chats. Small demo. Okay, Burn.
Big demo.
I love Burn. Burn is my favorite idea.
It's
Okay.
really good.
Okay. For
Dude, these are
us
so
who were in high school, we used to like before this is when like LimeWire and Napster were a thing. You would burn your friends' CDs. Most of us can go through our old childhood rooms and find blank CDs and see like a bunch of
Sharpie
stickers
on
or like
them.
the
Sharpie.
songs written on them. And like now, that doesn't exist. Like I don't think people are like most cars don't even have like a CD-ROM disc.
No.
So I was thinking like digitizing that. And so you could, where's my thing? Burn your friends a CD in the digital world.
yeah, like a playlist with
So good.
stickers
Yeah.
and visuals
Yeah.
and a cute little like yeah.
Okay.
So good.
Recap.
How
I'm
good
s-
are all these ideas?
I know.
Okay, recap. I'm so tired of opening up Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and trying to like catch up on what people are posting. All, friends are on different platforms, so there would be like an aggregation app that just recaps your
That's good.
feeds on across the social media platforms that you care about.
Recap? No cap.
Okay, this was my my B2B era. Okay, I had two referral programs. There's like companies that already exist, but a B2B tool making it dead simple for companies to like create fun and easy referral programs.
You know what? Every startup that I have consulted for or worked for, that comes up immediately.
Yeah,
People
referral.
being like, fuck, we really need a referral program.
I like-
It's like
no
a
one
plug
can-
and play. Yeah.
Every company has a referral program. Most companies like build it out themselves. I remember at Patreon we had it like through a spreadsheet for a little bit.
Yeah, like Sean built a referral
Yeah.
program for a
Yeah.
really long
Yeah.
time, and it took like
So like
a
just
year.
a simple SaaS tool to just do that. The other B2B tool was social sharing. So like when you do a thing, this is mainly for like content, but like I've like what's a good example of this? Oh wow, I'm blanking. But
Next.
like when you do something and it's like share
And
on
for that
the-
reason, I'm out.
Wait,
Sharks. Well, he forgot his business idea.
hold on, no,
For
no,
that
I know
reason,
I'm
gonna
trying to
sit
give
on
an
the
example.
sideline.
What's an
Let me
example?
give you an example.
Like if you sign up for something, it's like share on Twitter, share
Yes.
on Instagram.
Yes.
Teams have to build that
Okay.
out, and like
Yeah.
and like having a custom module for when you post on Instagram or
Dude,
post
just
on.
when are we gonna get to the Madden idea?
Okay.
How far away are we from Madden?
Okay. Here's
His
my.
little sheet.
This is.
Look at his little writing.
It's not writing. It's Times New Roman. It's in Google
The
Sheets.
dream for anyone that works in Silicon Valley and like San Francisco
Is
and
to
all of us
hire Anthony.
techies-
Okay, this is my sports era.
Is to like have an incubation. Like this
Yeah,
is
this is what I
our
want.
dream would be to just fund 10 of these things
Yeah.
and
Okay.
go at it. Okay.
Look at Anthony looking outside as if someone's gonna listen to his idea and steal it.
Do you want me to
He's like
close
this.
it?
All right, I'm in my
As
sports
he,
era.
As he broadcasts it
Sports era.
To 100 people.
to 90% girls on Spotify and 80% men on YouTube.
Okay, sports era.
Why'd you say girls and men instead of
Can
women
I
and
get to
men?
my sports era?
Yeah, go.
This is
Go, boy.
Okay, intersection of education, young high school kids, and sports. The first
Okay.
one is targeting high school sports, and it's just I don't have a name for it, but it's integrating high school football playbooks into Madden. So we would get schools set up. You import your playbook, so kids play Madden. They can now learn their high school football playbook while playing Madden.
That's sick.
Dude,
So
how good is that?
we did some research, and like now in Madden
Who's
2020.
we?
Well, I did, and then I texted Tyler and Cole, and I was
Aw.
like, guys, I have this stupid, crazy idea.
Stupid grease.
Okay,
And then he
but-
calls me and I'm like, it's amazing.
That is an amazing idea.
Okay, so we looked at it. If you're
can-
familiar with gaming, like Grand Theft Auto is famous for like its mods, right? You
Yeah.
can jump on a server and like there's role playing games in Grand Theft Auto. Madden 24 just came out with mods. They allow for mods, and what most developers are doing is like they're creating old school jerseys, or like they're redesigning the field. So if you play in a specific mod and you play with the Dolphins, like the field could be blue with
Cool.
different Dolphins design. And what we think we read correctly was that you can also edit and create playbooks. So I'm trying to think like, okay, can we just customize and import a high school football program's playbook? So kids, it could be on a private server, and then kids, quarterbacks,
That's how they
receivers,
learn the playbook.
they could learn the play by playing video games that they're already playing.
They're already
That's
playing.
amazing.
They remember
And then
this-
why just high school? Couldn't you do it for college?
Yeah,
Sure,
You
that
could
we would just
ultimately do
start-
it for everyone. But imagine the school like doesn't have the budget. You don't think the kids would fork over? They'd be like, "Coach,
Yeah.
we'll each give you $20."
Yeah.
Or the parents and the boosters would raise money if we said like, "Look, it's $7,000 per school."
Yeah.
And then we work with like outsourcing, and we
Yeah.
can have people just standing by that
Wow.
know how to
Football-
design the plays.
That is so smart.
Football specifically, because like one of the biggest issues with high school football is kids just missing assignments, not knowing what route to run, not knowing what the play is. Like Z, dragon, tail, whip. The names are crazy,
Yeah.
right? And Madden is just a prevalent game amongst high school kids who like football. They play it, and now NCAA college is coming out, so college football game.
So if any
Okay.
of our YouTube boys play on a high school football team, send us a DM.
I've reached out to a kid someone on Reddit.
Dude, this ideas boy, is out here not just coming up with
Okay.
ideas, but
But
then he
doing
reaches
the
out to
work.
boys on Reddit.
Dude,
I
doing
reached out
the
to
work.
okay.
Don't take
so-
that out of context. I said he reaches out to boys on Reddit.
the next one I thought
Man.
about. Okay, this is maybe too small of a market. Like there's like 16,000 high school football teams in the United States. If they all paid like
and he knows his
$1,000,
numbers.
Wait,
Anyway.
There's only 16,000 schools?
I think
High school football
High school
Schools.
football.
I think
schools,
so.
Right.
Okay.
What about the Dillon Panthers?
The next one. Okay, the next one was Figma for play design for sports. So
Ooh.
But dude, if they each pay
It's-
like
it's a
6 or
huge-
7 grand,
yeah.
like $100 million.
okay, so then I thought
that's
there's
a lot. That's easy money. Let's do it.
the most popular app or like website for football and all high school sports is Huddle.
Mm-hmm.
It's like where kids post their highlight videos. They have like all the integrations with.
They really
creating
use it?
playlists. They use. I talked to a buddy who coaches at like Newport, or I forget what high school he's at now, but he was telling me they all use Huddle, but the software sucks and creating plays is annoying and it's just archaic.
Yeah.
So I thought, whoa, what if there was the Figma for playbook design, whether it's football, volleyball, soccer, and all sports, and it's just
Whoa.
super easy.
That's very cool.
Really too.
Okay, and then here's my sports betting
smart.
era.
This
Boy.
is the problem. Tony calls me. He has all these ideas, and he's like looking for me to say no. That's not a good
I know,
idea.
and you're like,
But,
yes.
But like 95% of them, I'm like, shoot, that's a good idea.
Social sports betting app is like there's one that exists already. But then like the Plaid for sports betting. So I think more
Yeah.
people. There's like 27 states that have legalized sports betting. If more states do it, I think you will see more apps building for sports bettors.
Yeah.
So Plaid allows companies or users to connect their bank accounts. Need a better integration to connect your sports book and like aggregate all your sports betting and all that
And
kind
they
of
can
stuff.
see different lines from different
Yeah.
bookies. Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
That's
you,
cool.
You can then shop the like better odds in different sports
Right.
books.
And see your win-loss record across
Yeah.
multiple books.
That's
Um,
cool.
It's a cool idea.
Okay, this was a
I
dumb.
can I pause and say that I feel like sports betting ones are probably worth
Crowd.
pursuing faster
Oh,
now.
I was gonna say crowded
Or
because
that.
so many people.
You
are.
guys would know better.
Yes, and the sports books are like there's when I say a handful, there's like 15 or 20 like very popular sports books, and then all the other apps are just like aggregation apps, and you won't like those users won't pay for it, so it'll likely just be advertising to monetize those apps. But then I haven't thought too deeply around like who are the companies that would actually build to then use this integration.
Okay.
Yeah, there's
Okay.
also like Patreon for sports bettors already, where you can have your community and $5 a month and
Yeah.
exclusive
What is that?
content. And I don't forget what it's called, but there's like a
Bunches?
handful of them.
Pick it.
Have you heard of Bunches?
I don't
No.
know.
Anyway.
Okay, the last one.
No.
The last one I was like trying to get in this like AI thing, trying to like dive into like just younger kids who want to play with the stuff. Okay, when you're younger
Who's
in
trying to
high school,
dive into
Taryn,
younger kids
this is,
on
I
Reddit?
wanted to talk to Taryn about this. When you talk to like if you think about when you're in high school,
Yeah.
and you thought about like at the time boys
Yeah.
and stuff, you would think like, oh, I wonder if we'd look good together.
Yeah.
So I don't have a name for this, but if you plugged in an Instagram photo of yourself that was like you were the primary person,
Yeah.
and then you grabbed an Instagram photo of like a crush, and it had them, you plugged that in, and then it could generate photos of like you two together and like what that would look like.
That's available on TikTok.
Taste.
But that's good that you know that. Like
Cool.
that you came up with that.
What about the idea you pitched me today?
Oh, okay.
Let's go into this.
This
one's
one's not
good.
even in the spreadsheet
No,
yet.
it's not even.
I
It's
thought about
pre-
this last night. I couldn't sleep, dude. I was up till 2 a.m. just in.
I know that feeling.
Wait, but
dude.
the TikTok thing that you just said, people are doing it like with Justin Bieber and like putting pictures of them and being
Oh,
like,
that's
what would
cool.
we look like as a couple?
And you
Whatever.
could
Is
do.
it-
There's like kids generation now too, where
Is
you
it
could
real
say if we had
photos?
a baby, what would
Yeah,
they look
there's
like?
that.
Oh, I've seen that.
And-
Is it animated look or like real?
I think they're real.
Yeah. I mean, this is like everyone's building this right now type of thing.
Okay,
Okay.
Let's go into the new idea.
Taryn, tell me if this is dumb because Tyler will
I
not
will
tell
tell
me it's
you.
dumb. Okay. Let me read. I was up. I had to put my thoughts into paper. Let me just pull
Dude,
it up.
this
Love
guy
this
is
guy.
just out here. Bye, Tata. Have a good facial. Look at this guy. He's going through his notes. He probably has to scroll through like 600 to get
I
to the
know.
one from last night.
Right. He's like page 74.
It is actually
section
on my
A.
desk. Oh, give me a second.
All right.
Talk. Do something.
Tyler, you have anything to say? Anyone you want to be? Who are you?
Did you say who do you want to be? A helper?
Oh, you are a helper.
Thanks.
I would consider you both a helper and a leader.
Okay, this isn't
I
isn't
appreciate
fleshed
that.
out.
Did
This
you
is-
say you are though? That would have been more powerful.
I would have.
All right. I'm just gonna read this. It's not fully baked.
And Tyler, you think this is a great idea?
I think it's a great idea, but now I'm worried. Like in conversation, we kind of got to different parts
Yeah.
of it. Now I'm like,
It's okay.
Is written
This-
version going to be?
This it's not good. Okay.
hit me.
Okay.
You'll hear. Okay, the goal is to save money and earn rewards when ordering delivery, specifically ordering food.
I would be a trillionaire.
Okay. So how? How do you save money and earn rewards? Save money by ordering food from the same places at the same time as others around you, or earn rewards by becoming a tastemaker when others around you order from the same place as you. Okay. So the way this works is it would have to work in like a dense city where there's a lot of people.
Think San Francisco or
okay.
New York.
Imagine it's 4 p.m.
Yep.
and you've said I want notifications, or you just open this app at 4 p.m. You could see, hey, 3 people in your neighborhood, in your vicinity, have ordered has ordered food from, I don't know,
McDonald's.
McDonald's. Order now and get 10% off.
Mm.
Or if no one has ordered anything, you want to order through this app, and then you become a tastemaker. So if someone then sees that you ordered food from Sweetgreens, let's say Tyler opens up the app and says like, oh, one other person has ordered from Sweetgreens, it's you. Then he tags on basically like it's not so much a referral. You become a tastemaker, then earn rewards from Sweetgreens.
So is this a new
So
food
Yeah.
delivery app?
I was looking into this, and like the first thing you think about is like, oh, this is like Uber Pool, but for Instacart.
Yes.
And like I think Instacart, the main thing you can do is when you shop, you can pay for priority. Like you
can.
right, you pay an extra
I
bucks.
always do.
Okay, or you select, oh, let me get this in the next hour, and what Instacart's going to try to do is get that person to pick up more
Things in the area
and just deliver it to
whatever.
other people.
Yes.
This isn't focused on that platform like Instacart trying to optimize. It's more so for like companies that have, or restaurants that have, like still use their own delivery to save on that person's route and just get more people ordering from the same sauce and just basically be influenced by the people around you.
I think that makes sense.
I don't know how it works. I don't even know. Maybe Uber Eats and I opened the app and like haven't seen anything like that.
Imagine
it's too.
imagine you get a ping on your cell phone, you get a notification, and it's, hey, your neighbor in this building just ordered Del Taco. Do you want us to throw on any tacos for you for 25 cents or 50 cents?
So
that's
there are group. I think I forget which app it is. DoorDash or one of them. They have group orders like that. But this is less.
No, I'm saying I don't know those neighbors. I just
Gotcha.
get a push
This
notification.
is just location
They're like,
based.
we're
That's
coming
cool.
anyways.
This is location
We're making
based.
tacos anyways.
Yeah.
Location based.
There, it just would. I don't know how you would work with
I know.
Uber, Postmates,
Get the data.
whatever, because you couldn't do it on your. You couldn't start a new eating app.
You could start it with like
No one's
this
gonna.
is this is
use
when you need a
new
city. This is when you
eating
need to be in
app.
a city and like try to get like
Handful of people.
restaurants that are still doing delivery by themselves and like just start with like very small and
Yeah.
The 0 to 1 problem is real
is
on
real.
this one.
Yeah, this one.
Yeah.
It might be better off like you start the company to just start building APIs or the whatever, and then you just try and sell yourself to
Yeah.
them and be like, this should be a feature on DoorDash or Uber.
Oh, the other thing is that
That's
it's
true.
it's not it's platform agnostic. So you could see that like Tyler just ordered or someone just ordered from Postmates this thing, like order now and save, or order from Grubhub this restaurant. So you can kind of see it all.
Right.
Where
Yeah, it'd have to be some like aggregator.
Right. Like you're a layer, like you're a new
Which-
app that.
Yeah.
This reminds me, I want to tell Taryn about the app I was telling you that's like trying to capitalize on a similar thing. There's this app, I can't remember the name of it, but they'll pay for your Uber and Lyft to go to the restaurant. You know, when
I
it's-
like this one.
You know, when it's 6 or 7 p.m., you're like, I definitely want to eat out. I don't care where we go. Like, I don't know where to go. Try a new place, whatever. Because the restaurants know that your lifetime value or the average order value for you and Cammie is going to be $150 or $200 for the date night or whatever.
Yeah.
They're like, we'll buy your $15 Ubers to get there and back. So this is like an app that exists where they're like, we'll pay for you to get here because we know that once you get here, you're going to spend enough money to cover that margin
That's
for us.
that is a
Isn't
thing
cool?
that exists.
That exists. Like I'd use that.
I need to get on.
where
it.
like what's the name of this?
I don't remember.
we
it.
go out to eat all the time. That would really
Right.
be a lot.
And
for
so
me.
many times you're like, I don't know where.
Do you drive or Uber?
I mean, we
walk?
would Uber if it was paid for.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Like,
And you'd probably have a glass of wine, which covers the Uber anyways for them.
whoa.
You know.
Yeah.
I'll
Send me
look up
that.
the name and bring
me
it
that.
to the next episode. But it's capturing on the same thing: the person who has to eat and doesn't really care where.
Yeah.
But maybe if it's like price, you know, if it makes sense from a price standpoint, they'll
Yeah.
try a new place.
Yeah. More people are just ordering in. This is what we were talking about. Like I like that idea a lot.
Right.
Yeah, because there's just so many people. Like I can't. Every time I go outside, I just see someone carrying a box of food and just leaving it at a door. I'm just like, where's that from? Can I get in on this?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Also, though, I remember where I heard that. Terrence's dad, Greg, sent me that company. He like stumbled.
is it
on
in the States? Oh, it must be. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's in the States. But also, I was thinking about it, and shouldn't Uber and Lyft ultimately just have a tab in their
Yes.
app? Like
Yeah.
again, it doesn't have to be a standalone. It should
You
just
know
be
how
these
you
people.
could do it is you could work with condensed places where people live, like dorm buildings, apartment buildings, things like that, and they all have like. Do you have an app for this apartment building?
I think there is one.
Did Anthony say this?
No, this was in my notes.
Nobody's got a tab for
Dude,
this.
I swear to God,
Wait.
look at that above that apartment complex app. And then I was like,
No,
dude,
there's so many
there's
of those.
Nextdoor. I literally downloaded
Yeah.
Nextdoor last night, and I was
Right.
like, okay, people use Nextdoor for this. But then I thought food delivery.
You know what my
That's what I'm saying. If you could use tap
Oh.
into these apps
Oh,
you know
cool.
what my-
and
Yeah,
say
yeah.
this is
The
a
last
thing you
building.
can.
Oh, it's like what
Say-
you do at companies. It's like the boba order on Slack.
Yes.
Who wants boba right now?
Yes,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's
the,
that.
the last building that I lived at in Burlingame had Wednesday night. They'd bring a food truck, and it's kind of the same thing of capitalizing on. We know everyone needs to eat. They don't really care where. If you just bring the food, a handful of the rooms are going to come, and maybe they give some kind of discount to us because
Yeah.
they're all there. But it's like that in app form, basically.
Yeah. The other hypothesis here is that like most people just have too much decision paralysis around watching Netflix, ordering food. Like how many people during the day, multiple times a day, what do you want for lunch? What do you want for dinner? Half the battle is like figuring out
Yeah.
what you
Yeah.
want to eat or
They're
what
like,
you
we
have
got
to
a
cook.
boatload of Thai food coming to your
Like,
building at
you
2
would-
p.m. You want to get in on it?
Yeah.
You'd be like, yeah.
Like you would make a decision. It's like, oh, I can save 10% because I'm just gonna get this. It like
Yeah.
helps you make
The
decisions
savings have
too.
to be real, though. I told Tony, I don't want like
Yeah.
3,000 manga bucks or like I don't want 5% off. Like,
Manja. It's Italian for eat. Mango.
Make that
What did
up.
I say?
Yeah. That's the name.
Dude, you know what I'm
Manja.
saying, though? It'd have to be meaningful.
It's right.
I don't want 2,000 mango bucks.
You saying mango?
Wait,
I don't want 3,000 mangoes delivered to my door, all right? I want some real savings.
Wait, I think the brilliant aspect is what I just added,
I think so. It could be.
which is partnering with buildings.
Well, so that was my first. I was trying to.
because you could pass out a little piece of paper to
Yeah.
everybody in this building and
For
say
an app?
for an app
Yeah.
that is like, hey, this is your
This is the building's app.
This
to-
is
You're
the
just saying
building's
this is the
food
growth
app.
strategy.
Yeah, yeah.
You're saying this is how you get
No,
penetration.
no.
Yeah.
This is this is the business. It's like
this is the business.
have every apartment complex, have every building that has 10 tenants adopt this app where you group order or do things together.
Why couldn't that be a broader app for everyone? And the growth strategy is you go to the neighborhood or to the building.
because I think that it would be easier to manage as the person with the app. First of all, because then you would say, okay, we have a food delivery of Thai food at 3 p.m. here. Or
Wait, when did I create this? Let's see. When did I create this
Wait,
app?
sorry. Go on, Taryn.
so you would say, okay, basically at the beginning, it would be so hard to figure out unless you could tap into Postmates, whatever, which I just don't think you can do.
Yeah.
So instead of making it available to everybody, you would just say, okay, we're going to be the best customers of this building. And here's a special app for them. Maybe the building pays a subscription.
Yeah, I was thinking like, how do you monetize this? Like, does
Maybe the
Yeah.
building pays for it and offers it and
Maybe,
says,
yeah.
we do 3 times a week.
And
we
they do
group food orders.
yeah, they partner with the
And
restaurants and
it's
stuff.
10 or 15% off.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could bootstrap and MVP this pretty easily.
Yeah.
So the reason why
Let's launch, boys.
the reason why I thought about this is because
Dude,
I
tonight,
just
should we get Domino's Pizza and go door to door, knock
I
on the
sent
Literally.
I sent Lex like 3
Say
apartments.
we'll be in the business center from 6 to 8.
come pick up your pizza,
Yep.
and we'll
And then it
And
solves
then we
the
call Dom-
community
it's
problem
easy to
of
And then we
people
call-
getting together.
yeah. And then we call Domino's and we're like, we're about to place the fattest order tonight. Can we have 20% off?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So fat.
I thought about this because
So
I
fat.
sent 3 listings in an apartment complex. I'm like, what can I build for an apartment complex? No joke,
He's
dude.
like, how do I make money on this?
God. How long has this been?
Yeah, this was fun.
I think we've hit. We've
Yeah.
hit it. Well, I guess we're never gonna be able to know.
What's this say?
Oh, well, it's definitely been. Yeah, what's that say?
42.
That's
Yeah,
great.
that's good.
Okay.
This
Well, that was fun.
Wow. I had one more, but we'll save it for the next one.
Yeah.
Not a business idea, another topic.
I was gonna say it's
Wait,
not like
hold
you're
on.
ever
To
gonna run
wrap
out
up-
of business
to wrap
ideas.
Up, which idea would you say Tony should pursue?
Comment.
Comment?
Oh, I was asking you, but you're right. We should ask everyone else.
Yeah.
Which
one
business
stands out? Yeah, which one stands out that you're like, I would back that? And if you would back it, actually, if you could also
If you know
send us a
anyone.
DM. No. Comment. Whatever social channel you're watching, which one Tony should go after?
And which one should he definitely not go after?
Yeah, yeah.
The
The
Mango bucks.
back and kill. Give us one back and one kill.
Mango.
I don't want no fucking.
I like manja.
Mango points is what you said. Thanks for listening. If you would be so kind to review the app,
The what?
the app,
The app.
the episode, we would be very thankful because we're so close to getting a sponsorship.
We are.
Yeah, paid in mango bucks.
Manja. Yo, me? Am I sponsoring the app with an ad?
No, but who knows? We might be 10 reviews out from something special.
Yeah. We actually had more reviews than I thought. Like, we logged on to Spotify the other day. The Spotify girlies.
Yeah.
Can you see the responses?
There was like 40 something, maybe 40
Oh, I didn't
reviews
see
or
that.
something. There was
I
like
wanna
a lot
read a
of
review.
people. It was like 4.5 stars.
You want to read one live?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, dangerous.
Whoa. It's going to be like, Anthony needs to get his shit together. Dash Lexi.
Pick one of the ideas. Dash Lexi.
Dude, I have so many slacks right now. I'm stressing me out.
How do you see the reviews?
I don't know. Let me go to Apple Podcasts because I know that you can see them on there. Let me look. Sorry, the last thing I'd search was my...
Okay, just read the last review, whatever it was.
Yeah, let me get
Oh,
there.
this
Yeah
is-
Boys Podcast. That's us.
I feel like more people on YouTube.
Okay. We are 4 out of 5 stars, which is not great.
No,
Honestly,
4.7.
that's fair.
It says 4.7.
On Spotify, we're 4.7.
You guys are going to fucking die.
Oh my
Yes.
This is the one. No.
Yeah, it's a 1 star.
It's 1 star.
What's it on? We'll know. We'll know.
Okay.
Wait.
This is a
I feel like platform says a lot about a person.
Apple.
Ooh. What is it?
No,
Who
don't
uses-
say that. We need people to use Apple to give us better reviews.
No, YouTube. Go YouTube all the way.
Not worth a listen.
I love it. Fair.
Okay, ready?
Fair.
Honestly, fair.
This podcast may be fairly new, but I think this is a great opportunity to practice stopping while you're ahead.
So what are we ahead of?
There's
Ourselves.
nothing profound or interesting being said, and they all seem out of touch with reality.
I love that.
Oh my god, that's so good.
I just
That
watched
has
the
just
Avengers.
fueled Anthony.
I just watched the Avengers for the first time and finally like got all the Thanos references. You've never seen the Avengers either.
Neither have I.
No.
I'm not
Wow.
Avengers girl.
One out of wow. And as of a few days ago, none of us had seen the Avengers.
So if you want to help us out on reviews on Apple Podcasts, that would really help. We only have one, and it is not great.
Wait, that's the only review. on
Who
Apple?
listens on Apple?
It doesn't matter. You still want people to go to Apple
No.
and leave reviews. Yes,
YouTube.
Anthony.
No, he doesn't.
Especially when this is the only review.
That
YouTube.
is so
Please, like
funny.
Rob and Gina, can you just go? It literally will take 30
Honestly, the
seconds.
podcast is for Rob and James and Susie.
Please. Thank you. We love you.
That was a great ending.
Bye.
That's so funny.